Keep her under wraps.
Okay, so like Toronto, maybe.
Canada.
Quebec.
I'm trying to take him
Winnipeg.
to Thailand. He wants to go to Thailand.
Thailand? No.
Yeah, Tokyo's another place I want to go.
Tokyo's that beast of Brazil. So leave her. So I'll leave her there, and then go to the corner.
You'll leave me in Brazil?
But you like it?
No, I wouldn't. They try.
You run that whole thing. Live. Whoa, guys, we're live.
If you wonder why we're looking like a 90s rap band right now, it's because we're celebrating because the Cowboys just defeated the Saints. And the streak is over. No more L's.
But I don't know what kind of rap band you have.
Oh, that's the new game. That's the new game. What was it? Third base? And the white guy was dancing? Yeah, third base had the white guy that was dancing. So there you go.
So what's up, guys? We won.
Dub City is back. The Cowboys are in Dub City tonight. First of all, we want to welcome back somebody we haven't seen in a while. Billy.
Where's that pink?
Came back skinny, too.
Where's that pink? Yeah, man. Dropped a lot of weight. The Cowboys was stretching me out over the past, 4 weeks. Yeah. So it's, well, welcome back. Please don't interrupt our broadcast.
Oh, wow.
But yeah. Glad to be back, guys. Well, we are. Where are we? We in the parking lot?
Well, we're in Tovash's backyard. I think we should let him do the honors. This is his spot,
Bosh, where we at?
his location, everything is him.
I would call this Barlington.
Yeah, Barlington, baby.
Someone explain to me why the hell we call it Barlington?
Nothing but bars in Arlington.
Bars,
Nothing but bars in Arlington.
Yeah. So
Nothing but bars.
like, okay, so we're at the Boomer Jacks or Lincoln Square,
Right
North
off
North Arlington. Pretty much in the shadows of you know what I'm saying, right? The shadows of that big white building across from Walmart and the discount tower, aka AT&T Stadium.
It's like a
I
top.
drove past it on the way in,
Yeah.
coming down College.
I know this. I just know this street because when I worked at AT&T Stadium, I come down and then stop at that Taco Bueno.
Mhm.
That would be like
Yeah.
that's our post game snack.
Right.
Oh, it's right there. It's
Look at
just Bueno right there. I just want to say damn right. But you know what else is Bueno? The Cowboys win. Win is the name of the game, as the great Jerry Jones said. My voice is gone.
My voice is gone too.
I'm happy not only because the Cowboys won, but I'm about to go marry my future wife again, the waitress
No,
with the curly hair.
Oh,
I call her Jessie Spano because she gotta have Jessie Spano in there.
Okay.
But what more important, the Dallas Cowboys are victorious. But you know, you said not the style point win. We might have the style point this week because there is a problem with this Cowboys team, and we might have to discuss it.
No, ain't no might. We will discuss it because, guys, Cowboys are doing something that I do on a regular. They're front running these days. They got a big problem with that. For a guy who chose them to go to be in the Super Bowl, I don't see that. I don't see them wanting to be there anymore. I don't see that drive, that intensity. These guys are too complacent to be built.
That's not the problem. Billy and I talked about this just now, right before we got on. There's something rotten inside this Cowboys offense.
Yeah, the milk drinkers are back. That's what it is. The damn milk drinkers are back. That Billy's been warning us about. They're back.
Yeah, Billy, what the fuck? How did you let them back in?
I thought that door was locked, man. There's a lot of things that are going on with this Cowboys team right now, man. We all want to celebrate the win as well. We should.
Yeah.
We haven't had one in a while, but when you play a team against like the Saints, they're not a good football team. We all understand that. They're shorthanded. They were without Kamara.
They had
They
a
were
terrible
without
quarterback play, John.
terrible quarterback, and they were missing defensive guys as well,
They
man.
did, yeah.
And the Cowboys, I didn't expect Cooper and those guys to get going like that because he's just coming back off the COVID, same way with D-Law. But the Cowboys are a superior team to the Saints. They did not look the part tonight. They won the game. We're happy about that, man. But as I always say, man, as you continue to play and you move on further in the season, you start playing better teams. What they did tonight, that is not encouraging at all.
Bosh, you know you're the guy that I always say, hey, you don't stop for the win, but you got to admit, watching this Cowboys offense and how they're operating, especially against the Saints team, there is some concern, right?
Reason for concern.
Well, to me, it's not really concern whenever you look at how the secondary played, and you also look at how the front four played, front five, front six, front seven.
Yeah.
You know, because they pretty much sub out, right?
Yeah.
So watching this game, I saw what the secondary did. 4 takeaways in the secondary, including a pick 6. Okay.
Right.
So, which also put the game away. You actually got an interception from usual suspects like Trayvon Diggs. You got a pick 6 from 91. You got an interception from I want to say 27 or 18 KZ.
Yeah, 18.
Both of them actually.
Yeah.
So I'm not really stressed about that because 4 picks basically tells me you're taking the ball away from them on 4 possessions.
Well,
So it limits them for 4 possessions.
right, but you're also going against a team that you expect, like, okay, Taysom Hill is not, first of all, he was injured, his hand was injured, so they weren't throwing the ball well. And, you know, sometimes half those interceptions were just like gimmies.
Right.
I hope we picked them off. And you could tell by halftime, I even said it at halftime, I was like, we're going to pick them off a lot in the second half.
And that's what happened.
Yeah, but offensively is where my issues are because this offensive line used to be dedicated on bullying. I'm talking about imposing their will on the opposing defensive lineman.
Right.
And now they're getting just beat on every play. There's no blocking. We only saw one time where there was an epic block, and that was when what's it called? Tony Pollard touchdown run.
Okay.
We saw Tyler Biadasz.
Biadasz gets out, kicks out on the left side. The kick-out block basically sprung Pollard for it was like a 70-yard touchdown pass or whatever.
And
run.
that run was almost the best offensive play, except for something what CeeDee Lamb would do.
Okay.
Other than that, those two were the only 2 offensive performers that did well. And again, we go back to Dak. And I'm not saying Dak sucks, Billy.
I'm not going to say anything about it. I didn't know
No,
he was
but
playing
Dak
bad.
is clearly off. I mean, he's erratic. He's not the same quarterback he was almost 3 weeks ago.
All right. Well, he's not erratic if he's still putting up 20 a game, 25, 26 points a game.
Oh, hold on, but that wasn't. You know, half of those were not even us. I mean,
How
he
so?
only
How
had-
so?
it was a pick 6.
Yeah, we had a pick
So
6 in there, yeah.
minus 6 points. You still gave us 3 touchdowns, right? You still give us 21 points. The Saints didn't give you 21 points of offense in this football game.
All right,
Right.
but don't.
So,
Okay, but Bosh, didn't you see something in the game? We all saw it countless times that we saw them making. They were clicking, and then at various points they would just start to just wouldn't connect. They just 1 or 2 plays. They're like, either a holding call, interception. I mean, that you know how backbreaking it was to watch that interception after, or the 3 and out after the interception we got.
Yep.
Like you can't do that in the NFL.
All right.
And against good teams, they're gonna take advantage of it.
Well, it's not really backbreaking if you're playing against a team that can't really get the ball in the end zone. I was saying this. So if you throw an interception down the field on 3rd down and maybe 7 or more,
Right.
it's more like a punt. Okay.
Okay.
And so I'm not really stressing about, hey, well, the Cowboys got a takeaway. And then they go, here you go, Saints. Here's a 3 and out.
Right.
That doesn't bother me because what the big picture is that the Cowboys have a lead more than 10 points.
Right.
With under 9 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. And so it's really not a situation to me where I'm panicking and going, hey, maybe I should just style point this game later on because it doesn't look pretty to me. Dan Quinn's on the sideline. Don't forget that part.
Yeah.
Your head coach is in a hotel chilling and
I don't know if he's chilling.
Mimosas on COVID.
No, he's chilling, but I get it.
Don't forget, y'all, this Cowboys team is kind of reeling off of injuries and COVID.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah.
And so if we look backwards, get to week 14, week 15, and then start looking backwards. Oh, they really did have an offensive line issue because of injuries and COVID. Nothing else. Injuries and COVID sideline the receiving core, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the whole offense. This offense was affected this year by injuries and COVID. It really doesn't happen like that. It normally happens to your defense. But the defense says, here I am. Thank you, number 11. But the defense goes, here I am. Thank you, number 7. And the defense goes, here I am. We got you offense. That's what an 8-4 football team does for you.
That's true, 100%. I give you that. Good points. But I'm worried about the fact that we still have the number one offense, but this number one offense was just dominating opponents all season long. And we get to the month of November, and outside of one Atlanta game, this offense is just pushed down. Denver dominates us. We can't get out of our way. We go into Kansas City. They only scored 9 points against the Chiefs defense. They were playing better, but that you should score way more than 9 points against the Chiefs thing. And then the stupid penalties that cost you the game against the Raiders. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just unacceptable. In this game, there were countless mistakes. Even we got a tweet today, and we just saw it. Dak Prescott, brother of Dak Prescott, even acknowledges, hey, defense, friend of the show. A shout out to Pops too as well. But he even admits offense bad, defense good. Yeah. So we gotta acknowledge that there's something going on with this team, and hopefully this 10-day. Now we got some good news, Cowboys fans. On top of the win, we have a 10-day break until the next game. We got a mini bye.
That's huge. Now you bring that up. And
but you play at 12 o'clock on Sunday.
We play at noon. Okay.
That's okay.
But see, here's the thing, though.
A mini bye.
We brought that up, and the cause of concern for that, I love to get time. And who doesn't deserve more time than anybody that plays in the trenches? Yeah, the big guys, right? So that tells me, and that leads me to my example. I think number 21 in white, in blue tonight with the green shoes, the
star on his helmet,
should not have played tonight, right, or should have been on a pitch count. So Zeke Elliott looked really, really hobbled in this game. It showed with his stats, 45, 50 yards rushing. There were a few routes that Zeke ran that I'm watching it, and I'm looking, and I'm going, hey, he doesn't even want to block anymore. So I'm watching it. I'm looking back at some plays where defenders got to Dak. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, Zeke would have picked that up.
He would have.
And he looked disinterested.
He did.
In trying to do that.
And listen, I commend Zeke a lot because that guy is a beast. I mean, the fact that he wants to play through this, I give him all the respect in the world. I stub my toe, I'm out for a whole year. So I give him a lot of props there. But you got to just say, hey, I'm hurt. Let me rest. Let me get up because – Billy, you mentioned it. Don't you need him for the playoffs?
Absolutely.
Are we not going to need Zeke? Most likely we're not getting that number 1 seed right now. That's a huge possibility.
We're going to be on the road.
We're going to be on the road eventually on the road.
Yeah.
And don't you want Zeke in Green Bay? Don't you want him in that frozen tundra running the football? Don't you want him in Tampa Bay and in LA?
Jason says Zeke looks slow for some reason.
Well, Jason, the simple reason he's hurt, man. He's been hurt for the past few weeks, and I think it's really silly that he didn't get a chance to sit tonight. And let me point this out, and guys, we've all talked about it. Tony Pollard, as much as we like Tony Pollard and his explosiveness, he is not a full-time back. If you want to try that and give Pollard the ball 20, 25 times, you will see how quickly he wears down. He's more of a Boss, would it be fair to call him a scat
guy? He's
kind of like what Lance Dunbar was,
like
a little bigger.
He's bigger than a scat back. So I mean, he and Zeke are almost the same size. He may be a little bit bigger than Zeke.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Tony Pollard probably is that right there.
See, I will say this. I disagree on the idea that Pollard can't take the. I think Pollard can definitely be your feature back. I really think so.
All right, so look, here's my argument with Cowboy fans. Whenever they go, well, put Pollard in.
Yeah.
And here we are here at the Boomer Jackson North Collins, in the shadows of AT&T Stadium.
Shout out to the waitress.
Yeah, the waitress.
Jesus Christ. Get out of there.
But in the bar, all you hear is, and fellow Cowboy fans, we appreciate y'all. Sometimes Cowboy fans are ignorant and stupid.
Very.
But all we hear is, put Pollard in.
Totally disagree. He can be our main guy.
Thank you, James.
That's what I'm saying.
So, like for one game, or because here's the thing, man. If you're gonna be the main guy, that means you got to be in it. You got to be a 3-down guy. Tony Pollard is not a 3-down guy.
Time out. How do we say that he's not?
Because first off, he doesn't even run up the middle like that. He runs on the outside. That's what Zeke is for, to run up the middle.
Okay, but your feature back doesn't necessarily have to go up the middle.
Well, first off, if Kellen Moore, hold on, they're a dynamic duo. That's why it works. If you take Zeke away from Pollard, Pollard's not going to be that good. Pollard thrives off of Zeke's runs. I know that seems kind of odd to y'all.
That's not entirely true, because you go early in the season, there were plays, especially go back to early in the season. You go to Atlanta.
Don't get me wrong, he's gonna have flashes in the pan where he's gonna do it.
There are points where I saw early in the season Zeke was struggling. There were parts where he wasn't the same Zeke or something, and he started to slow down. They started putting Tony Pollard in, and Tony Pollard for drives at a time was taking the ball and he's gonna
have flashes in the pan,
and I think
at the same time there are gonna be games where you're gonna be like, what the fuck, Tony Pollard?
Well, then you know what I say. This
is not a time.
I think you do.
This is not a time to be trying to make that switch.
Against Washington, you should.
I would agree with sitting Zeke down, but I don't think
I would sit him down. No, I want them to see. I want people like him to see.
You want it for the sake of proving people wrong, but
I know. I want him to have a full game of running straight.
Well, and I'll put it like this too.
D says I've been saying Zeke isn't good anymore.
Well, it's not that.
Well, he's not.
It's not that he's not good anymore. First and foremost, Kellen Moore. Let's call him out on what he's doing. Zeke is no longer a north-south, east-west runner. Okay, he's not a sideline guy. I don't know where we get all this running off tackle. Zeke is a guy who you need to run in between the tackles. Stop trying to run him out of shotgun. That's not his game.
Yeah, anymore. Stop making him run side to side. Zeke is
stop doing that.
Yeah.
Well, I would say this. I want to see more. I want to switch it up. I challenge Kellen Moore to come up with better schemes than what you're having, especially on the blocking.
Yes.
And we're talking about Zeke and Pollard, which is fine and dandy. But the real problem is the offensive line not getting their blocks. Because I don't care if you have Barry Sanders resurrected.
Whoa, hold on. It didn't matter for Barry Sanders. Don't do that.
I don't care if you have Emmett Smith. But it doesn't matter who you got back there. If your offensive line is not getting out in the open and making blocks, you're not going to do shit in this league.
Right.
You will get punished, and they will. I don't care what you could go against us. All of us could stop Zeke right now with the way the offensive line is playing.
Well, let me say this in all fairness. I mean, I understand we're talking about Zeke, and Zeke's struggles have been going on over the past few weeks. But let's also give credit to the Saints. Their defensive line, keep in mind, a few years ago we played the Saints. Their defensive line was doing the same thing. You're going up against a defensive line that slants very well. We can't get to those reach blocks. They're fast up front. So unless you're going straight at the Saints and moving those guys off the ball, it's hard to develop a running game. They're shooting those gaps, and they're in the backfield. And on top of that, Zeke is no longer the athlete he was. He's not shifty the way he was.
He's not now because he's hurt. But I guarantee you a fully healthy Zeke, and we saw it early in the year. We all saw it. And remember, everybody was attacking me.
But the
I didn't want to pay Zeke, and everybody's attacking me. Said, "Look at Zeke." But again, the offensive line was playing better. Do you agree that you think it's not really between the two running backs?
Well, here's the reason why you pay Zeke, because I don't think you win the Super Bowl without Zeke. You're not going to win the Super Bowl without Zeke.
It depends on your opponent.
I don't.
You're not going to get to the Super Bowl without Zeke.
You can win.
You're not going to win. You're not getting to the Super Bowl with Tony Pollard as your running back.
I don't know. It depends on what your offensive line.
Why not? Because they don't want to run the ball anyway. The strength of the offense is throwing the ball anyway.
But when you run the ball, there are times you need Zeke to pound it up the middle.
Yeah, I agree.
doesn't really run it up the middle like that. You're not getting to the Super Bowl without Ezekiel Elliott right now. Because your offense is predicated. I'm sorry, let me cut you off. But your offense is predicated around Zeke running forward. Remember, it's what y'all tell me all the time. Zeke was the focal point. This thing doesn't go as far as Zeke is.
That's changed though. It has changed, especially since 2019. The Kellen Moore has completely changed the offense.
But maybe
under Garrett.
But maybe there lies the problem, man. We know there's a stat out there and everyone's aware of. Cowboys run the ball more than they throw it. Which tonight I don't think they did that. I mean, Cowboys.
Taysom Hill had more rushing yards at one point than both Tony and Zeke.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So check this out though.
Yeah.
Before you do that, check this out. Okay, so we always talk about like the running game, Cowboys. That. Okay, so the Cowboys are predicated off the running game, and then it blossoms out. All right. To me, it's matchups. All right. So if you look at how they played against Kansas City, if you look at how they played against New England, if you look at how they played against different teams, it's always a different situation. The Cowboys' offensive line has been different. All right. Every single week, it's been different. So I'm not really trying to hang my hat on, like who's the better running back between Zeke and Pollard because of the blocking scheme and the running scheme.
Yeah.
We saw today that the running scheme and the blocking scheme still kind of sucked when Pollard got into the game.
It did.
And tried to get, basically try to get his wheels under it.
Right.
But it got better when they opened it up a little bit. Okay, so you go 5 wide, start throwing the ball down the field, and you start doing all this other different type of stuff. So kudos to Kellen Moore for, becoming crafty and saying, hey, you know what, that shit ain't working. I'm going to go ahead and try this. I'm going to go ahead and try that. Don't forget, we got tight end. We got 19. I mean, there's so many weapons than other just, than just other 21 and 20.
Right. But
you really don't have to do that.
So then we go to the next problem. What's up with the quarterback? Because the quarterback, and I listen, I defended Dak more than anybody this season. I still think Dak played well all season long, Billy. By the way, Matt Stafford sucks right now.
Yeah, Matt Stafford did.
Yeah. That's why
he says in the next 2 years, either Zeke or Cooper will be traded or cut.
Zeke,
I gotta be honest with you.
They'll both be gone.
I'm just saying, Amari Cooper, depending on, like I said, I told you earlier, depending on how close they get in the playoffs, I don't think Amari Cooper will be here next year.
In 10 years, they'll both be gone.
That COVID situation.
That really pissed Jerry off.
Yeah,
Jerry is really pissed off about that.
Jerry don't like that.
Was he though?
Yes. He got on. When have you ever heard Jerry get on the radio and blast a player like that? Open. I've never heard him do that.
Was he really pissed though?
He was.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't listen.
I'm
going to tell you why he's pissed.
I don't know.
Because at the beginning of the season, he gave a speech about we need everybody to get vaccinated because we're we guys. We don't need any me guys on the team. So the thing is that if you don't get vaccinated, you're a me guy, and we don't want that on our team.
Man,
so when it happened, he got on there and said, well, he wouldn't have got tested if he was vaccinated. And that's what we talked about at the beginning of the season. We don't want me guys. We need we guys.
So where was this heard? Because
don't worry about it.
I just listened to a Marconi award-winning station ticket. By the way, we just won a Marconi.
Yeah, nobody cares.
What was all this intensity when it came to me versus we? When we were taking the knees.
Oh, they didn't care. He didn't care about
2016, 2017.
You know who's at you know who's at the games.
Okay.
You know who's at the games.
Try to make sure because sometimes I will reflect and go back and keep receipts on how this whole thing works. Mm-hmm. And then like fans, Cowboy fans and players alike and media, especially the media part. I'm always paying attention to how the intensity game flows.
Right.
But back on the field real quick, so Pollard got through.
Right.
EA mentioned earlier, got a big touchdown.
Sure.
There's a lot of blocking downfield. I think even 21 gains 40 yards on that.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I would say that.
So with that being said, I personally think that Zeke shouldn't have played tonight.
Right.
I think Pollard would have made, pretty much, taken care of business tonight.
Sure.
Yeah.
But against a common opponent,
right?
Somebody in your division, I don't think that he would have made a difference.
Yeah.
With Dak doing his thing, he's healthy. There's no big issues there.
Okay. So what, can we go? So you guys, we keep skirting around Dak, and I don't know why we're doing that.
He wasn't your problem today.
They
won the game.
No, but listen to me.
He only missed 6 throws he had.
Okay, but in those 6 throws, he was very erratic. There were throws, and look at what their third down numbers were. They were atrocious again.
What you talked about earlier was the problem. The offensive line.
Right, but okay, so whether or not the offensive line is not blocking for Dak, that's making him skittish. Because there were throws on there, like for instance, we got the interception, right? That 3rd and 5, and it kind of just went nowhere. Into nowhere. It's like
to the sideline.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then even CD looked up like, "What are you doing?" Like that.
To me, on that play, that was miscommunication.
Yeah, there was some level of
hope because if you go back, and this is a continuation, the month of November was horrific for Dak, except for that one Atlanta game.
Right.
He was horrific in and you look in the Raiders game, it wasn't great at all. That was, I mean, I know they came back.
People only want to remember the fourth quarter.
Okay, but hold on though. In the Raiders game, he didn't have Amari Cooper.
No, and I'll give him that.
And CeeDee Lamb.
But that's unexcusable. I don't care who you don't have that throw in the overtime to Noah Brown.
No, the game where he didn't score any touchdowns is unexcusable. At least in the Raiders game, he still put points on the board. That's scoring on the Raiders. That's scoring in the Chiefs game.
In the Raiders game in overtime, when you have a chance to go win, and on 3rd down you miss a wide open Noah Brown in the ground, that is where you lose in the playoffs. You can't do that.
When was that?
In the play,
that was the Raiders game.
It wasn't tonight, right?
Well, there goes that whole thing.
There goes that, Billy.
But I keep telling you guys, man, it's okay when you're playing against. Well, in that case, it wasn't because we lost the game. But we start playing better teams, man. You got to have those. And there's something going on with Dak Prescott. I don't know what it is.
Can we? Well, let's get some positive talk right now. Right, Walt? Let's get positive.
You think that calf's bothering him again?
I hope not, man.
Because I think it was a play last week. Somebody said that he threw the ball and he looked like he hobbled or something.
I don't think he wants to. That's why he doesn't run, because I don't think he wants to recreate any kind of issues with the calf or his injured ankle. But let's go to the positives, the defense. And I'm going to talk to. Okay, I know it. Walt, you can kill me right now. Go ahead. Micah Parsons.
This guy's a monster.
I'm sorry. Right now, it's Cameron.
CeeDee Lamb, too. You need to apologize to CeeDee Lamb because you were upset about that.
I was not.
You need to take a receiver.
Time out.
You needed to go straight defense to strap.
Well, we didn't need to take a receiver, but I'm glad we
Yes, we did. We needed a playmaker.
I did not say anything about I didn't want CeeDee Lamb. I said I didn't believe we were going to get him, but because it happened, I was so excited.
Get mad about getting the best player on the board.
No. I was upset about Micah Parsons. I wanted Patrick Surtain. I wanted Rashawn Slater. I wanted J.C. Horn. Micah Parsons is a godsend. The football gods gifted us.
Yeah.
Good God. In his rookie year, he's already been taken down to DeMarcus Ware's rookie sack record. And I don't even know what is he a linebacker? Is he a pass rusher?
He's a football player.
That's what he is. That's what he is. And so Micah Parsons, your defense, and you build around him. Trayvon Diggs also got another pick, 9 interceptions to lead the league. This defense got playmakers finally back again on that side, and hopefully that guy, Mr. DQ.
I was just about to go to him to the.
And I was going to say real quick before you get to DQ, man. I just want to bring up something. I think Cowboys fans need to give credit to DeMarcus Lawrence. Okay, I know he didn't have the big sacks that everybody just thought he was magically
he had pressure.
He got pressure. He set the edge. DeMarcus Lawrence is a leader on this defense, man. And I just think over the next couple of games, as he gets healthier and gets his air back under him, wind under him, same way with Amari, he's going to pay dividends for that defense.
And also, by the way, we're about to have you seen the Avengers Endgame, right? You seen Avengers
Endgame? Yeah.
Right. You remember the scene when Captain America was by himself, and all of a sudden the portals, and Sam was like, "I got your on your left."
Yeah.
We're about to have that moment because Randy Gregory and Neville Gallimore. What was the other guy?
Brent Urban. They put him on.
The other guy. Oh, he's not that important anyway. But these two guys coming back to add to your defense. They're coming through the portals. We coming back. This defense got its reinforcements coming
Calvary's
at the right time. That's a very good positive.
The Calvary is on his way.
Well, let's go to Dan Quinn.
What's up, DQ?
Let's hear what he had to say about tonight's game.
With people, and this was one of those moments, and we got great people to get the job done. So we wanted to make sure Mike and all the guys who missed, let them know we got their back. And so honestly, it was the only thing I was nervous about. Like I didn't want to let him down, Mike. To make sure we could. He's done a great job of leading us to how it's going to go down, the play style that we want to go. But it was just a cool win. total team win. He talked about playing complementary ball, and so getting the ball out a few times tonight, man, that was big. And so to have a 4 interception night, that was huge. So this is a tough place to play, and this is a tough team. And so to have that kind of resiliency tonight, I thought it was a cool thing. This quarterback, he was a handful for a guy who can run it and throw it, and he's tough as they get. And so it was definitely 11-man football when he was running. I don't know how many carries he had, but it was certainly an all-day fight. We knew it was going to be coming down here, but I love the mindset of the guys. And Mike and all the coaches were there kind of just with us every step of the way in the preparation and meetings and all that. So it was just cool to have a good team win. So with that, I'll be glad to open up to you guys and let it rip.
What was the most difficult thing, besides the game itself, dealing with everything that happened?
I would say just, Mike did a good job of just making sure everything, stayed level of how we do things and the approach that we go. We weren't going to make shit up and change things. It was more like, hey, man, let's make sure we do this in the style and the fashion that we needed to. But make no mistake, there was, we were not pleased with our last performance. And so we needed to come back and make sure we played like we were capable of. And it was just cool to see the guys fighting battle for it.
Did you guys get Mike on the phone?
You up?
Okay, and Bosch is standing up because he is
Getting the stretches.
Yeah, well,
it's like Bayside High. What the hell?
I told you we look like a
that's
90s,
why
a 90s rap group.
Jesse Spano's in there waiting for me. I'm AC Slater.
Get out of there.
I'm AC. Am I the one that looks like AC Slater?
D says Parson is going to be in the Hall of Fame if he stays healthy, guaranteed.
Okay.
Oh, but come
Listen,
on, guys. We got to stop
is his
this.
rookie year.
I like Micah Parsons. Let's let him get through a season.
Let him cook, Billy.
By the way,
our guys
Bosch
by doing
is guilty of it too. And the whole time while watching the game, CeeDee Lamb's a Hall of Famer.
Well, I've been saying CeeDee Lamb's going to be a Hall of Famer when he got drafted.
Right.
I still bring up, the situation between the Falcons and the Eagles and the Cowboys, and the Falcons and Eagles passing on him. And then, the Falcons passed on him. They didn't let him get to the Eagles, and then Jerry snatched him up, and he was supposed to do that. Well, do we have number 11 ready now?
We do have number 11 ready.
Live to Micah Parson.
Let's go. Just your guy.
Yeah, he said he's primed. He's made for this moment, man.
That's Simba right there.
Yeah. The real Simba.
What you got, 11?
Let's go over here.
Talk to us. Right here on Dallas on there.
I don't think I did too much right now. There's still stuff out there that's on the plate. Gotta get done. Right now, only half the job is done. You gotta complete the whole mission. So nothing's really done yet. Besides a couple minor personal goals, I'm worried about the bigger stuff.
Can you describe how the team felt post-game for Dan, filling in that role? I know you guys.
It was a bunch of energy, man. It's different when you got 10 guys bought in and maybe you got 20 guys bought in or 30. When you got, 53 guys that's in there bought in for a guy and you want to put everything out on, I think that speaks volume of who Dan is, and I think it's volume of the team we have going on right now. And I think everybody was so excited about the win. It's good to put a win on the sheet and the opportunity to get ready for next week. In the Super Bowl, playoffs, you got 5 games left. And, there's stuff to be done within them 5 games. I don't think it's time for me to sit on my couch and start smiling, eating Cheetos just yet. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do something way bigger than what anybody else thought we could do this year. So that's what I'm focused on. I'm just doing my job in the process.
I feel like defensively, you guys got to carry this thing a little bit until Zeke is going to help here and get Amari back on.
No, not at all. Even out them guys, I think the offense is very productive, but regardless of what the offense do, we got to do what we do. We want to do that regardless of what the offense do. If the offense scores 0 points, then we expect to hold the other team to 0 points. We just want to go out on the top. You know what I mean? That they don't carry no weight onto what we do on that defensive side of the ball, and I think that's what's special here. Like, we just feed off each other, but nothing's unintentional.
I'm good. Will I?
Okay, so yeah, Micah Parsons right there.
Did you hear that, Billy? We said we're not just gonna be out. It's not time to go home and eat Cheetos. Not a meal
No
drinker.
Cheetos.
We don't
No
have this
Cheetos.
guy's not a meal drinker.
What you got to do, man, in this league, because it's a competitive league, man. This NFC is wide open, right? I mean, we understand the Cardinals are up a couple of games, so the Packers. I think they're all up on a game, maybe a game and a half.
We've fallen behind.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, you have to understand this is a competitive league, and you can't be satisfied. Beating the Saints don't mean shit. We were supposed to beat the Saints, right?
We were supposed to have a 3-game win streak going into the way it looked like, but it didn't happen.
So now you refocus. The thing is, you're an 8-4 football team. You're 4 games above 500.
Yeah,
you're 8-4. Your best football can still be ahead of you. The teams that are in the division that everyone says suck, you still get a chance to play them. The Eagles, the Giants, the football team twice. You could potentially have 4 wins there. So you just got to get back in there, get refocused, take the win for what it is, and let's get back to it, man.
By the way, so I'm glad you brought the schedule up. Well, we got the schedule coming. I don't even get what happened?
Somebody said Dub City. That's our missing intern. Jeremiah says
Jeremiah.
Dub City walk.
He's still around?
Yeah.
Jeremiah, your internship.
He came to get his haircut Saturday.
Your internship's been revoked.
That's our guy. That's our guy.
Would you guys like to hear from the quarterback, the guy who EA is questioning what's wrong with him?
Right, Dakota?
Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah. Let's see
And
what
just
you want
because
to
I'm wearing a Romo jersey doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, well, we know you don't like him. We know you don't like the quarterback, so that's fine.
I love Dak.
Yeah, sure you do.
Yeah, get some players back completely healthy and just get the reps and practice that they need before we play in the next game. And it's great to have a win rolling into this and then being able to just propel and hit this last stretch of 5 games the right way. Yeah, I mean, text message. Obviously, just saying he's proud. Make sure I let the guys know that. And I just told him we missed him. Got it done. And at 8-4, we'll as I said, we'll get rested, recovered, and hit this stretch the right way.
Like you talked about, the offensive productivity was on and off tonight. What do you want the offense to be able to do that you weren't able to do tonight?
Yeah, we've just got to be more sound, more focused. As I said, I've got to stay disciplined and just playing play by play and not trying to put the dagger in them and knock them out of the game. And when you do that, as I said, that's why I was sloppy there, and that's why I was sloppy there. Just trying to do more than what was within the play and what they were giving me. And so we've just got to be more disciplined. I've got to be more disciplined in those moments. And as I said, just playing it out, trusting one another, and we've got to be more focused in critical situations. One more time? Missed him when? Oh, got you. Yeah, I mean, it's just trusting that guy and getting it to the right spot. I knew I was going to take a hit and just standing there and letting it go, and he made a good catch and got some yards after the catch as well, and that just.
All right, welcome back. That was our esteemed quarterback. He said good things there. I mean, he's going to say the same thing every time.
Yeah, starting to sound very robotic.
Yeah, that you have to. Tony Romo learned that rule. One thing he said, "Oh, this will be the worst day." Oh well,
44-6,
and he got chewed out for that.
He learned his lesson.
Yeah,
but it was the truth, though, man.
Well, it is, but they don't like it. But
he told y'all 10 years ago about how his life is going right now.
Yeah.
And he's having a blast.
And he doesn't. By the way, and even people on my station are doing it on the ticket. Stop criticizing his broadcast. The man is having fun.
He's having a great time.
Yeah,
Let this for you. You're the only one that listens to that station over here.
No, everybody does.
I'm talking about over here in this group.
Okay, well,
In this group.
well, that's cool. I mean, you sneak in. You sneak in.
I would listen for the stars.
Yeah, but no. What I'm gonna say is the schedule. So we got next game, Washington, or at Washington.
Well, CD, I just realized CD ain't nothing like a minute or two. Looking at it, he's only like a minute.
Let's get.
He's a quick one. They got him in and out.
I do quick things.
Would you like to elaborate more?
No.
Okay.
Here's number 88, the future Hall of Famer, right here on Best for Business. That's on there.
Well, doing quick things like EA.
It's a lot. Very exciting. We know the talent that we have out of us three, and we understand what we can do. I feel like we can take over a game, and in that drive, we definitely did that, and MG capped it off with a great catch.
You are from not far from Europe. Mm-hmm. Your childhood. What was the cheering section like, and the family and friends? Was there a big crowd?
Oh, it was a big crowd for sure, and I'm excited. I was happy. to be out there. That was actually my first time actually being in the Superdome, like my whole life. So it was a lifetime achievement. It was a long time coming, but obviously I was on the opposing side of the team, and I'm happy we won. You know what I'm saying?
What's your impression of the impact that Micah's having on defense, Trayvon's having on defense?
Some guys are stepping up, man. They're relentless. As you can see, the plays Micah is making is phenomenal, clutch, and he's just making them week in and week out. Defensive player, rookie of the year, and I like Trey for defensive player of the year. So, you can do what you want with that.
Dak said that he kind of admitted the offense was a little frustrated at times. I just didn't feel like it was. Do you sense that too? That he won the game.
I do. Nah, we were far from where we want to be. We didn't capitalize on a lot of drives. Felt like we kept them in the game. And that's just us as an offense.
It was 88 minutes for CeeDee Lamb. Now we're going to turn to the schedule. Your Dallas Cowboys have 7 games remaining in the schedule? We have
5.
All right, so we have on the road against Washington. We got on the road Washington, on the road Giants. We don't come back home till the day after Christmas. The Cowboys don't come back home.
So Tovash doesn't have to do any contractual obligations until the day after Christmas.
I'm sure he does.
At AT&T Stadium on a Sunday night.
Right, that's right.
Well, I got bad news for Tovash too. I don't know if he knows this, but the day after New Year's he has to work again at 12 o'clock.
Yeah. All right, so you brought that up.
Christmas is canceled.
Of the
New Year's is canceled.
Of the 5 remaining games, the Cowboys got 4 noon games.
Yes.
Now that's not. I think that's going to change. So here's the schedule right now. You got the next game, a noon game at Washington. Another noon game at Giants. Then Cowboys the day after Christmas. You have at home against the Washington football team. Then Cardinals, Cowboys at AT&T Stadium noon, and you finish the season with the Eagles also noon. That will change, because there's no way. I guarantee you, if the Cowboys win the next 2 games, they're not gonna. They're gonna outflex the Cowboys after Christmas. They're gonna make that a noon game, and they're gonna make Cowboys Cardinals.
Can they give Cowboys 2 Sunday night games?
No, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna take it. They're gonna outflex. They're gonna take the Cowboys out of the night game with the football team, and they're gonna replace it with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
So
that nobody wants to see the Cowboys and Giants on no damn Sunday night.
Or football team.
That's actually a good game.
Cowboys and Giants.
Cowboys and Washington.
Yeah, I said
I don't think that game's coming out of that slot.
I think it will.
That's a division game number 1.
But they're
gonna want that too because they're gonna want that too because remember they were just outside chin. We want Dallas. I know that.
It's a night game already.
Huh?
It's a night game already.
I'm saying they're gonna outflex it. They're gonna take it out of that night game.
I doubt that.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not taking that out of night.
I doubt that part.
Yeah, Jerry Jones will never allow them to take it.
It happened last year.
Yeah. Didn't he get pissed off about it too?
Well, I mean, his team sucked though. So.
Yeah, that's why.
Don't you think that let's say the Cowboys win the next 2, and that means the football team is going to lose a few more. That means the Cowboys
would gain an extra.
Yeah.
Jerry would want them to get an extra Sunday night game as opposed to being taken out.
Because here's the thing: Cowboys Cardinals could be an NFC title preview.
Could be.
And you're telling me you don't think that they will flex that game?
All right. So right now that game is
noon,
January 2.
Yeah.
At noon. Here. Right.
Right.
So the Cowboys should be like you just said at that point 10-4, and then who knows what Arizona will be. Maybe
because they're not playing Kyler Murray right
maybe now. 11-2, or maybe
10-3, or if it gets close,
9-4, or maybe 10-3.
NBC is going to be salivating.
It will be a game of interest. And so with that being said, there's no way the NFL will go, hey, you know what? Keep that game at noon. No, I'm sorry, y'all. I work at the stadium. It's not going to be a noon game. I praise.
So it'll be. So give it to 2. You think they'll move it to 3:25 or make it a
that game should either be a 3:25 game or
3:25 would be best.
So, but it also depends on the Packers or whoever else has a more sexier matchup.
Yeah, again,
let's find out.
It's going to all come down to this is all getting kind of heated now. All right, looking at the schedule ahead for the Cowboys, this is the time where you just got to start winning the game. You got the Giants game. You have to get that Giants game.
You can't drop any of these games.
I'll tell you right now, the Cowboys.
Okay, so that game, I can tell you what. Okay, well, here's where you might be right, or what's to be determined. But the week of the Washington football, or that one. No. After that, that next week, Green Bay and Minnesota is the night game. So that could be flipped.
Yeah, trash that.
But nobody wants to watch Green Bay, Minnesota.
All right, so what he's saying, now the Cowboys would go into a Sunday night game, so the Cowboys would play twice on Sunday night. That's why I was asking, would they allow that?
Actually, they're playing. Never mind. I got you. Yeah.
See, this hadn't been determined yet.
Well,
because this is that week 18.
Well, that one won't, because the Cowboys and Eagles are not going to flex.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So this is safe for whoever. They haven't even made that game schedule yet.
So
they haven't made that week
of these next 5 games, y'all, we must understand that you got one that's already a 7:25 game. You got 4 noon games. It's gonna be really, really tough to send a noon game to a 7 o'clock game and skip basically 2 slots.
Yep.
But you got to do it now.
Yep.
And so what Goodell and them have to understand that, Dallas may win in 10 days versus Washington at Washington. If they do that, then they must start looking ahead of the schedule, going, hey, you know what? This team is for real, not kind of for real, not maybe for real, but this team is for real. And you must be able to put them on standby. It's almost like now it's just like a college season.
Yeah.
You know how college, and I hate the way NCAA does it, because the NCAA is always associated with ABC, NBC, CBS, Paramount, or whoever else, and ESPN, right? And so they will never tell you. It's always TBD or TBA with the times until 3 or 4 days out. You're like, what the hell? I gotta travel. So it's almost like the NFL is like reducing itself to how it looks at college football. What you gotta do is understand that, we're the Cowboys. Give us a schedule now so that we're not trying to pretty much have the panic and schedule shit left and right.
So before we all wrap this up, I'm just gonna say this. Cowboys lose this week.
Kendrick says the Cowboys are gonna lose, win, loss.
Whoa, Kendrick.
So lose, win, loss. So they would make them a 6-loss team.
Okay.
So
I think he's giving the loss the last game loss because they're probably not gonna play anybody that game.
Well, if we got we're probably gonna have to.
They're not doing that. They're not doing it.
So we're not gonna get rush hour. We're not gonna get rush hour.
Hell no. Not if we get to that point.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Eagles. The Eagles are the last game.
You play if you don't do anything.
So no rush hour.
No. You play your guys because they learned from their experience in 2016 when they were hot and they took off. You play your guys. You might not play in the full game, but you play your guys.
And I guarantee you, though, if we're what he's saying, if you're fighting for your playoff season by that point, you need to win that game.
Hopefully we still are. I'm not saying that we were fighting for a playoff spot, but hopefully we're playing for it.
I'm telling you right now, this Washington game will be a very big determinant factor, because if you lose that game, Washington is now clearly right underneath you. They have one more game against you. Yep. That game will stay as it. All right, guys, quickly before we wrap it up, Billy, game balls.
Game ball tonight, man. Offensively, I have to give it to the only guy that I remember making the football. I'm sorry. A couple of guys made plays. Can I give one to CeeDee Lamb, one to Micah Parson? Defensively, man, I have to give
Micah Parson that.
No.
You just said Micah Parson.
I meant to say offensively.
What did you drink back then?
Nothing. Juice. CeeDee Lamb,
Gin and juice.
CeeDee Lamb, and what's my name? Tony Pollard. Defensively, man, I have to give it to Micah Parsons. I don't think people understand how big that sack was, man. That play triggered the defense. They just went on a roll after that, man. Turned the ball over.
For my game balls,
Kendrick is giving it to Parsons and Lamb. I wanted to give it to Kazee, but he was a snitch this week, dropping down
that was like 3 weeks ago, or maybe even 6 months.
It just came out.
It just came out, but we found out that he's a snitch working for the feds on the low.
Man.
Dropping down on Zeke and Zach, telling
just speaking truth.
Shout out to DeMonte.
No, you don't. Listen, if I get pulled over and I just leave you, I'm not gonna tell somebody. I just left Tovash's house.
You do it every day.
No, that's to gain an advantage. I'm talking about.
He was trying to gain an advantage.
No, he wasn't.
Today.
No,
over here at Bojack.
No, he wasn't. The cops pulled me over and they say, "Where you come from?" I'm gonna be like, "Man, what? I'm not gonna even mention Tova." I'm like, "Hey, man, look, I was driving drunk. What's up, man? I play for the Dallas Cowboys."
I would say I would name drop Jerry, but You know my boss, Jerry Jones.
No, I play for the Dallas
I
Cowboys.
do it every day. I'm like, yo, hey, he invited me. If you got issue, with my appearance, then take it up with him. But no. But my game balls solely to the defensive side of the football.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Hey, just for the record, I was asked who. They said who told you to ask for that table. I said Tovash. He said table 21. So it's like you already had it preset already.
So
I didn't, but
are you the whole defense sharing that ball?
Well, yeah, because for one, you accomplished what you need to do, and that's demobilize the quarterback, right? Yeah. So you took Taysom out the game. You really did. I'm sorry, injuries happen, y'all. Injuries happen. The Cowboys have a whole bunch of
and nobody gave a damn about our injuries.
Right. So
if I got to see that goddamn figure one more time, I'm gonna scream.
Injuries happen. It happened on the Cowboys helmet. The Cowboys also forced 4 turnovers, including a pick 6. Number 11 did his thing. Welcome back, Tank Lawrence. You did your thing. Yeah. And shout out to the head coach.
Gonna get my game ball.
Shout out to the head coach who's also the D coordinator. I promise you, y'all, this is a total defensive game by the Cowboys.
I'll tell you this: the past couple games, the defense has done their job. The defense, I got no beef with the defense at all.
Can't see the game. They eliminated that offense.
And who's the best defender on the Cowboys defense? Watch
11.
No, I thought it was quarterback.
No. Number 30, Anthony Brown, the same Anthony Brown that I bashed for 2 weeks pretty much at the start of the season. Shout out to you, sir, for balling out for these last, maybe the last 10 games, dog. You've been playing your ass off. You are the best cornerback on this fucking football team, and we appreciate it.
My game ball goes to the great Taysom Hill. He was instrumental today. He was instrumental in today's Cowboys victory. No, seriously though, game ball offensively goes to Tony Pollard for being and CeeDee Lamb. I got them. They were the only ones that were doing anything for the offense. And for the defense, I got 2 guys sharing it. That's Mr. Micah Parson, Simba, as they like to call him, and of course Tank Lawrence. Welcome back, buddy. It's all yours. Walt.
Shane, I just want to address you real quick. No, Dak Prescott did not have a good game today, and I don't feel like he did. That's fine, but Billy will tell you
his own brother said that they didn't.
Listen, Billy will tell you during the game that I was very upset with the Dallas Cowboys. I feel like the Cowboys are front running. They're not showing me the same intensity that they had the first half of the season. I'm not seeing the ferocity. I'm not seeing the killer instinct.
Are they in Dub City?
They are in Dub City tonight, but I'm not.
Specials?
Yeah, well, there are some specials going out.
No Dak special.
We still haven't started accepting field goals yet. We haven't accepted field goals. I know Billy hates that because Billy knows Greg Zuerlein's stats like the Dak Prescott stats. I mean, he can run them down to you.
Greg Zuerlein.
All righty. So
wait, here we go. We got a shot at EA. Of course, EA would go skip on us.
What did I do? Skip?
don't let him do that to you. Real quick.
Pay me then.
Before we get out of here, real quick, somebody that we didn't really speak about, man, I thought he played very well tonight was Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith, you didn't hear his name, no penalties late in the game or anything like that. He did his job. Dak really didn't have any pressure off that left side today.
Well, guys, Walt, actually not Walt, we'll get to Walt. He likes to finish it, but we get started.
You okay? You okay?
Yeah. Well, listen,
I'm trying to get back in there to find that waitress.
He wants the girl in there, y'all.
Don't worry about it. You don't have to be here for this part because I have a huge announcement to make right here.
Well, Billy, where can we find you?
On Twitter, @RadioGuyRay. That's the only place I'll be making some noise, man. Cowboys are back to winning. I'm excited. Let's see if we can keep it going, guys.
Tovash?
Oh, wait. I think that's our waitress right there.
Is it? Hey, it is hey.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
Wait. Did everything get taken care of?
Did everything
get taken? Okay. I just want to make sure.
Be good. You can find me at Tovash10 on Twitter, Tovash Hatcher on Instagram. This weekend at the that white building across from the Walmart over here with the letters on top of it for Oklahoma State versus Baylor, and then maybe on Sunday at the lake. So yeah, hit me up and let's turn up.
On Sunday?
On Sunday.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants a lake.
Yeah. Fun.
You can follow me at EA Sports DFW, and of course, because we do it for the gram, at EA's on 60. And of course, ladies, Sorry, I'm taking. I'm going to go in there and let's see if we got something to do with it. Yeah. I'm going to see if she wants to go inside the Dark Knight.
Don't give a shout out to that damn radio station.
Of course, 96.7 1310 the ticket.
Oh, go Stars too. And then shout out to the Stars.
Shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies who blew the hell out of the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight, who coaches. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not fired yet.
And then, of course, also one more time, DFW. The Rangers are making noise.
Baseball, opening day, I'm there.
Keep your eyeballs on the Rangers.
Whenever it is.
Yeah, it's a lockout right now.
It's a lockout.
But we'll fix that later.
Well, listen, I got a major announcement to announce, guys.
He's coming at the clock.
No, never.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay. This is a tear-jerking moment for me because I have been doing this show for forever, and I've always wanted to do this.
Say Shot City.
But next week, he's down
Shot City. Shot City.
From my hometown, Cedar Hill. Next Sunday for the Dallas Cowboys we will be home in my hometown live for the Cowboys Washington post game. Yeah, they'll be over Winter's Barbecue. Winter's Barbecue is where we're gonna be next Sunday.
I'll be tuning in. Hashtag DT.
I have news for you, sir. You're not invited. Billy's invited, but you're not.
Get my guys.
DT and Shell. Turn them horns loose, baby.
Shout out Joe McGuire. Where can we find you on?
You can follow me at Radio on Twitter. Walt Chisholm on Facebook. You can follow the show. It is Business on Twitter. It is Business DFW on Facebook, and of course for the gram, best.for.business DFW. But most importantly, where should they find it?
On YouTube, bFb, DFW, and all our social accounts have the link right there. Yeah. And make sure, Billy, what we got to do when you subscribe?
Hit the bell so you can get all the content as it comes available. We got someone.
We're doing numbers.
We're doing subscribe tonight.
We're doing numbers.
And again, if you want to date with me, subscribe.
We're doing numbers. Yeah, man. So we will. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Tomorrow night we'll be on for Mavs Pelicans post game. Saturday, Memphis Mavs post game, and then next Tuesday, I'm pretty sure Vosh will be there. I know he will. He's not gonna miss this one. We'll be live from the AAC as the Brooklyn Nets are coming to town.
Okay, good.
I know you got some ties over there.
No, not at all.
You have any ties anymore?
Okay. No, not with that guy.
And then Thursday we'll be back in studio, and then next Sunday we'll be out in Cedar Hill.
And stay tuned. YouTube, all of it has it. All our shows, everything on YouTube. So Walt.
Hey, keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars, always do what's best for business. And if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around.
Go Cowboys!
Stop front running, bitches.
Well, they got to be all that.